Thank you very much for being here and listening to what I'm saying. Thank you, SHF, for the invitation to tell a little bit about my experience and my ideas about working with young horses. But first of all, I want to be sorry that I don't speak your language, but this young man here by my side, we're trying to find a way to conversate with you. And I'm saying, and I'm starting in English, and then we take a little break, and then he tries to say my words in French. So here we go.
On va essayer de faire tout ça. Eva Meurer qui est très content de nous rejoindre. Vous allez, vous qui êtes anglophone, tout comprendre du premier coup. Et puis pour ceux qui ont besoin d'un petit coup de main, on va essayer de bricoler ensemble. On va se laisser des petites pauses comme ça. On a 4 chevaux qui vont passer sur cette carrière pour les cliniques. Parmi les tout meilleurs des finales jeunes chevaux à Fontainebleau cette année. Sur chaque génération. On va commencer par les plus jeunes d'entre eux, les 4 ans, et on va progressivement voir le travail à 5 et 6 ans à la suite, parce que vous allez voir, c'est très important. Autant le travail de base est rigoureusement identique, autant les nuances que l'on apporte, et donc du coup la technicité attendue de la part des chevaux et des cavaliers, eh bien, va avoir toute son importance. Donc les meilleurs des jeunes chevaux des finales Bellefontaine cette année encore. Et nous allons commencer avec celle qui cette année aura été extraordinaire sur la finale en décrochant le meilleur score jamais obtenu sur une finale en France. S'il vous plaît, gentiment, vous allez accueillir Faustine Toto LH.
So the first horse and the first rider, this is the combination that I know from before. I don't know all of the riders that we see today, and I don't know all of the horses we see today. But this horse and this rider I've seen in my clinic that I have done with the SHF before. It's a 4-year-old mare, and I want to let you know a little bit about my way of training young horses. In Germany, we have a very, very good basic of training, and we have that system, and we try to educate our horses by the scale of training. This is a very traditional and over a long term developed system for training young horses. Yes. Charlotte, she has a 4-year-old mare here. She's here for the first or for the second time. Yesterday she told me the mare was a little bit spooky and tense. What means tense and spooky? That a horse is coming in here for the first time, hasn't seen so many people before, and the first thing is what the rider has to do is to make the horse confidential for the rider. Charlotte's task is now to tell the mare, hey, we're here, we're in a different area than at the normal work, and we want to make her focus on the rider.
I wasn't listening, so I just did the right.
So it was not taken care. I hope you all understand a little bit English. The first thing is that I want to work on with Charlotte is to make the horse relaxed in this kind of atmosphere. Charlotte, you choose the best way, the best speed to present your horse here. When we see that the horse doesn't want to go out there to the people standing there, she needs to tell her in a nice way that the horse needs to understand, hey, it's all fine, nothing is happening to you. But the horse, by nature, wants to go away from the things that it's scared of. And the rider's task is to make the horse listening and to be confidential. So Charlotte is having a nice working trot, a nice low rhythm. She wants her to relax. And the clear sign of relaxation is when the horse drops the neck like this. She has the reins a little longer. So try to have a longer, Charlotte. So pet your horse, communicate with the horse. So give her a little pet, tell her everything is fine. So leave your inside leg on. This is the guidance. The horse understands the rider by the aids of the rider. It's legs, back and rein aids.
Alors, le premier enjeu, c'est d'arriver à avoir une attitude un peu plus détendue. Pour ceux qui connaissent la jument et Charlotte, la jument a un énorme potentiel. Charlotte doit faire avec et doit surtout l'attendre un petit peu. Ce que disait Eva à l'instant, c'est de dire, premier état, c'est rassurer la jument. On se pose, on calme le jeu. On la laisse légèrement prendre sa place, se détendre. Avant même de travailler, d'abord, on analyse et on se calme.
I hope he translates everything. I cannot prove. Okay, the next thing is that Charlotte is starting with transitions. Transitions between gaits, like trot, canter, because by every transition, the horse has to listen to the rider's aids. You know, she goes on the circle line, Pauline. Make a sitting trot. Have your inside leg on. Push her with your inside leg to the outside. Make her more relaxed. Stay supple in your seat yourself. Put your inside leg on and start the canter.
Alors ça,
Keep the horse busy.
Ça va très vite. Pour tout vous expliquer, vous avez les explications en direct. Ce qu'on est en train de faire, c'est qu'on a aussi quelqu'un avec une oreillette pour que la cavalière ait les indications au moment précis pour le travail. J'essaye de vous donner à côté. Là, une fois qu'on a calmé, on a fait un petit peu de galop, la transition, on demandait à se mettre sur un cercle et à reprendre les bases en disant de la jambe à l'intérieur et bien tenir la jument à l'extérieur. Vous avez vu un petit peu Faustine déraper un peu dans son cercle. Donc on reprend le travail de base véritablement sur le cercle.
When we look at this horse, we have seen a very nice trot work before. The horse has a very nice and active hind leg. It's uphill constructed. She has a nice and safe contact to the rider's hand. Now we start with the canter work. In the canter work, we see the same potential that we have seen in the trot work. She has a nice active hind leg. The canter jump goes through the body. Charlotte is an experienced rider, so she helps the horse in a nice way. Charlotte, if you can have your hands a little bit lower.
Alors, il y avait beaucoup de superlatifs dans tout ce qui a été dit à l'instant. La jument est géniale, hein, vous l'avez vu, super locomotion, super galop, belle attitude, mouvement d'abaissement des hanches, propulsion. Là, ce qui est demandé à Charlotte, c'est juste à nouveau d'avoir ce petit mouvement de détente, de laisser filer un petit peu la jument vers l'avant, de baisser la nuque, de tendre le bout du nez vers le bas encore un petit peu.
And now we can also see Charlotte can leave the reins a little longer. The horse starts to relax. Now we can also see that the horse starts sweating. Sweating is sometimes a sign of a little stress that a horse has, but not always a negative sign. It's quite hard for the horse to concentrate here, to focus here, but also body-wise, it's like a sportsman sweating, the horse starts sweating. Not every sweat that a horse has is a bad sweat. Just this is a little side information.
Alors dans toute la lecture de ce qu'il y a, effectivement, donc on revient des rênes un petit peu plus longues, on voit que la jument est encore un peu contractée, on voit qu'elle commence à avoir chaud. Si vous regardez le contact entre la reine et l'encolure, on voit un petit peu de sueur qui est en train de venir. Alors Eva disait, attention, il y a la sueur de l'exercice, mais il ne faut pas que ce soit de la sueur d'énervement, de stress.
Now we have seen a little diagonal. Charlotte was playing a little bit with the potential of the horse. She went a little bit forward, and we can see that the trot steps are not getting just faster, but that they are getting longer. And we see now when Charlotte touches the horse slightly with the whip, that we can see that the horse is reacting in a quite nice reactive way. It's a little bit like lowering the hind leg and taking the pressure on the hind leg, getting much more in front, much higher in front, but she's not getting faster. And this is what we want to see. The horse's movement goes through the body, over the back, in an uphill motion. And we can see that clearly in that mare, that she has the potential to carry the weight on her hind leg.
On en revient à beaucoup d'amour sur ce qui est en train d'être montré. Une super jument, une belle allure. On voit que la jument, l'attitude a changé. Je vous parlais d'abaissement des hanches tout à l'heure, c'est vraiment ça. La jument, elle prend du mouvement en avant, de l'amplitude, mais sans aller plus vite. Elle a cette attitude un peu hors bord qui lui permet d'être magnifique dans son déplacement. C'est ce qu'on recherche justement.
And we can, in some of young horses, we sometimes see that there is a difference of the movements on one or the other hand. Sometimes horses canter better on the right hand, a little bit weaker on the left hand. But with this young mare, we can clearly see that she has the ability already to canter the same way that she does on the right rein. And this is also a clear sign of quality of a horse and makes it a little bit more easy for the rider, because the rider's goal is to train the horse the same way on both reins.
Alors on en a parlé mercredi et jeudi avec l'évaluation de la locomotion. On parle de symétrie là, dans les actions du cavalier et donc symétrie dans le fonctionnement du cheval. Attention à bien être à la fois et à droite et à gauche dans ses actions.
And now I have asked Charlotte to make a small walk break. First of all, to see if the horse has the same level of quality in the walk gait that she has in the trot and the canterway, and we definitely see that she has a very, very good walk. And we all know what is the quality, what makes the quality of a walk. It's first of all the rhythm. This is the most important part in every gait of training young horses. We have to keep in mind it's the rhythm that is most important in all the things we try to train a horse. The rhythm has to be regular, and the rhythm in the walk needs to be, in this case, a little bit more Charlotte, a little bit quieter, a little bit slower, a little bit more stretching in the leg, that she still relaxes a little bit more and show clearly the ability to walk in a nice way. A little bit more relaxed, Charlotte. Try to talk to your horse, give her clear aids, go here on a circle, touch her, pet her. So a little bit flexing to the inside, go here in a circle.
Alors là, il y a plein d'analyses. Eva, elle se met à la place de la cavalière. D'abord, la transition galop-pas tout de suite. Elle a apprécié le pas.
Longer.
Eva qui dit aussi, le plus important dans le pas, c'est le rythme. C'est vraiment la cadence. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mais il faudrait arriver à descendre un petit peu justement ce rythme. On est toujours dans la même problématique. Il faut encore rassurer Firstine Toto qui reste un tout petit peu contracté, quitte à parler à la jument. Elle disait, Charlotte, tu peux parler à la jument, tu peux gentiment encore la descendre dans le rythme, ralentir.
And now, towards the end of this training level, we want to give the horse, and this is the biggest task for our riders, always to finish a training with a good impression that the horse has. So we want to let her go home in a positive way. She should take home a very good impression from this thing here that she has seen today. So it doesn't matter, you stand still, let her look. Charlotte?
On continue de travailler. Ce qui est important, c'est de finir sur une bonne impression. Il faut que le cheval quitte de piste et rentre à la maison avec cette sensation de plénitude.
Because next time she goes to a thing like this or to a competition like this, she should go there in a happy way. So our biggest goal is to let her go today in a very happy and relaxed way. It's a very big thing and a very big task to do this here in this big indoor. A lot of impressions the horse has today, but we want her to go home in a nice way. So Charlotte starts the trot work again. So trot, not too much pressure, Charlotte. So just sit quiet and try to make her swing. So good.
Toujours pas de pression, on reste sur le calme, rester sur la bonne impression.
Swinging in the back, concentrating on the rider. Keep quiet, sit with the horse, have no resistance. So not too much pressure, Charlotte. We can all see that the horse has enough ability to trot. We just want to make it relax.
Pas de pression, pas trop de jambes, pas trop de mains, pas trop dur. Arriver à mollir encore.
So, very good. Now we see that the horse is very consequent in the contact, that the contact is getting more regular, that Charlotte can sit more quiet, that the horse starts to move the back and starts to swing.
Petit à petit, regardez, la jument se remobilise.
And now we change the rein again. So and try to do the same thing on the other side. That's very important. Not to ride for too long on one rein, so, and just sit and swing. So there she goes. Now we can all see that the horse relaxes, that the horse is more with Charlotte, and this is what the rider has tried to do. This is the only thing, is that the horse is just with you, concentrating on the rider, forgetting about the rest of the arena.
Et c'est pas facile, hein, toujours cette même notion, arriver à garder la jument connectée avec soi, c'est pas évident. On voit bien que Faustine Toto, elle est en train encore de regarder le public, elle a du mal à se concentrer.
And this is also a very important is for riding young horses, that you have experience, what to do right in what situation, you know, not to overreact, not to overpush, not to do too less. There's always a fine balance to do the right thing at the right time.
Et c'est l'expérience aussi hein, qui va venir pour la jument, l'expérience aussi du cavalier, c'est arriver à avoir la bonne réaction au bon moment, que le cheval analyse aussi en disant ce qui est normal, ce qu'il faut laisser passer, ne pas toujours surréagir à la moindre sollicitation.
Thank you very much, Charlotte. Let her stretch a little bit longer. Try to, this is what the rider has to prove all the time. If the horse can be in a relaxed way or in a more working way. So relax longer the reins, so good. Push her a little bit more with your inside that she stays outside. So good, Charlotte. Very good.
La relaxer,
I
la
think
détendre.
this horse will go home in a very relaxed way, and she's not afraid next time she has to show herself in a surrounding like this.
Et on verra la prochaine fois du coup encore un petit peu mieux. On laisse bien détendre pour rester sur cette note positive qu'on évoquait tout à l'heure. Et toujours la jument qui reste un petit peu attentive à l'extérieur.
Thank you very much, Charlotte. Great horse and a great rider.
Super cavalière, super jument, saluée par Eva Meneur, la grande championne spécialiste des jeunes chevaux. Et notre championne des 4 ans, l'incroyable Faustine Toto avec Charlotte Chalvinac, sa cavalière propriétaire. Bravo, bravo quoi, à notre championne. Et oui, vous pouvez la raccompagner gentiment jusqu'à la sortie, c'est très bien. Et continuer même pour accueillir le couple suivant. Bonjour Diogo. Alors Diogo, il nous présente Betty Boop du Nord. On vous la connaissez forcément cette jument, elle a été championne de foal en Allemagne avant d'être championne en France, championne à 4 ans, encore parmi les meilleurs cette année dans sa génération à 5 ans à Fontainebleau. Et là, that's a 5-year-old mare right now.
Yes, it's a 5-year-old mare, and right away we can see that this horse is a little bit more experienced. She starts in a more relaxed way. Why can we see that there is a difference between these two horses in the way they are relaxed? The mare from Charlotte, she was a little bit more tense. She was going right and left. She was sweating. She had a lot of tension in her body, not because the rider made her tense, but because she hasn't seen so many horses before.
Alors là, d'entrée de jeu, on voit tout de suite, hein, Eva me dit oui, effectivement, on voit bien que c'est une jument qui a plus d'expérience, un an de plus. Elle est déjà beaucoup plus calme, beaucoup plus posée. Elle est beaucoup plus dans les aides, encadrée justement par les jambes et les mains du cavalier, beaucoup plus droite dans son attitude que l'était la jument juste avant de Charlotte.
When we talk about body language in horses, you know, we can directly see that this horse is more relaxed because of what? First of all, she's very nice in the contact. She's regular in the contact. Her body language is relaxed. Now she starts, you know, breathing like how do you call this? I don't know what Schnauben of Deutsch. Do you speak? You speak Deutsch.
I'll try. Alors, déjà dans le contact, elle nous disait la jument est beaucoup plus relaxée parce qu'elle a un contact qui est beaucoup plus régulier.
So Diogo has a little bit more easy job than Charlotte has now.
Ça va être plus facile du coup.
It's is it a mare or a gelding?
It's a mare.
It's a mare. Okay. She's very nice in the contact. Diogo is an experienced rider. He sits well. I have Diogo now seen the third time. He was in the clinic in Le Mans. He's well experienced. I have seen him with different horses, and he has a nice way to ride his young horses. And you can see by the horses, by their body language, if they're happy with their rider. And this mare is very happy with her rider because she's focused on him, she's relaxed, she's listening to him, and she's trusting him. And this is what we want as a young horse trainer and a horse trainer in general. We want the confidence and the trust of the horse, that the horse goes with us in every arena in this world and does the job that we ask for them.
Alors,
and we want them to be happy. Yeah.
C'est important parce que elle signale en disant on voit que la jument est détendue, on voit que la jument est en contact, elle est avec son cavalier, elle lui fait confiance. C'est une notion importante, on va y revenir juste à la fin du clinique avec justement cette notion de cavalier labellisé. On voit que le cavalier, il a mis sa jument en confiance, qu'elle va aller au feu en quelque sorte pour lui. Elle va dire pour aller sur les plus beaux terrains de concours par la suite, il faut que le cheval, il en ait envie, qu'il soit véritablement un partenaire du cavalier.
I was talking about scale of training before. I don't know if you all heard about the scale of training. It's the classical scale of training that I think the German riding masters a long time before have developed. The scale of training has a system of horses. We have different options or different ways. It's like a ladder we have to go up. And the first thing that we start with the horse is rhythm, then comes suppleness. I have to translate it also in my head from German to English. Wait, Takt, loslassen, Anlehnung, then comes contact, then comes swing. Takt, Lehnung, Anlehnung, loslassen, Schwung. Then comes gerade Richtung, make the horse straight. And then comes collection at the end of the scale of training.
Alors si on fait par étapes, with steps, on parle d'échelle de progression. Je vous l'ai dit au début en disant 4 ans, 5 ans, 6 ans, on va demander petit à petit des exercices supplémentaires. The first step, you say, that was
rhythm. It was rhythm. And we can see rhythm makes that the horse, in every gait that the horse is doing, it has to be the same length, the same suppleness, the same rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2. I asked Hugo now to change the rhythm a little bit in a little more forward way. It's still a young horse. I don't want to see too much collection because the horse always needs to be in a forward movement. It has to be swinging, but a tiny little bit more forward, Hugo. Try to make the rhythm a little bit more forward. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Il faut aller avec un rythme tout petit peu plus élevé parce que la première étape c'est le rythme, la deuxième, the second step, that was the forward movement.
Losgelassenheit, suppleness.
Suppleness, ok.
Yeah.
Le fait d'avoir le cheval.
Suppleness means if the horse is loose in the body, if it's not tense, you know.
Between right hand, rein, left hand,
tense
legs.
in the body, tense like the back is not swinging, the horse is spooky, the horse is not concentrating on the rider, and these are clear signs not to be supple. But this horse is supple, you know, we see the body tension, it is swinging, the tail is in a nice, quiet way, the contact is fine, Duke can go wherever he wants to go, the horse is not spooky, that's how we want it, yeah? The horse is totally focused on the rider.
Ça c'est ce qu'on veut, la jument elle est attentive à la demande de Diogo. Donc on demandait d'aller avec un rythme un tout petit peu plus élevé. Deuxième étape c'est cette souplesse en disant on a un rythme élevé mais il ne faut pas que ce soit crispé, tendu, saccadé. Il faut que la jument elle se détende justement et qu'elle fonctionne.
Yeah. And now we want to talk still about rhythm and I want Diogo still to change the rhythm a little bit more. He can go a little bit more forward now, come. Go a little bit more forward, Diogo.
Un petit peu plus fort, Diogo.
Oh. And then I just tell him to make the rhythm a little bit slower. You know, just slower, a little bit more sit on the hind leg, a little bit more, but not too much. The horse always needs to be in front of the rider's aids. Come, a little bit forward again. So, zack, zack, zack. So, good. And back again, just with quiet aids. The horse carries on the hind leg. The contact stays same. So, go forward again.
Donc là, on reprend le rythme et cette souplesse avec l'attention de la jument auprès du cheval. On va lui demander d'aller en avant et de revenir et de repartir et de revenir. Et on va jouer justement sur ce corps.
And the rider has to decide what is the right rhythm in what situation. I want now working trot. We have a 5-year-old horse starting with collection, yeah? But it doesn't have to be too much collection. When the trot is getting too much back, then it's called passage trot or manufactured trot. This is what we don't want to see. Huh? We want natural trot, you. Come, a little bit forward.
Garde un tout petit peu plus en avant encore. Pas trop de connexion, pas trop de main. Connection was the first or the fourth step?
Anlehnung, Anlehnung. There was contact to the rider's hand.
Contact.
Start the canter, Diogo.
Ah, pas trop de contact, garde-la dans le mouvement en avant.
And now we want to talk about contact. Start the canter, you go in a circle, start the canter, Diogo.
Au galop.
Good. So, on the same, that's a very nice canter. What makes a very nice canter? First of all, rhythm. Then we have activity. Then we have the ability to sit on the hind leg. Then we have straightness of the horse. The horse is always straight, using the inside leg to carry the weight under the body of the horse. We want front legs, we want shoulder freedom. And this is what the horse all has. And it's still about the rhythm. It has a very nice and easy rhythm. Not too big, not too small. This is what makes a very nice canter to work on for higher level.
Alors, la prise de galop, tout de suite, Eva signale en disant ça c'est un beau galop, il y a du bon rythme, il y a une belle foulée, la jument est régulière, elle est vraiment sous elle. Regardez le mouvement des postérieurs, elle passe sous sa masse.
Diogo, change the rein, you want to see the canter on the other side.
On change de main, Diogo.
Keep her in front of you, come, little forward, not too, so that's your rhythm, not slower, Diogo. Because then the horse is not really in front of you. Start the canter on the right rein, good.
Voilà, ne pas perdre la jument sur la diagonale. On a vu la transition, la jument elle est redescendue un petit peu, tout de suite elle a dit à Diogo, non, on repart en avant.
Yeah, and now we were talking about contact, right? Yes.
About contact.
Contact, first of all, is the steady connection between the rider's hand and the horse's mouth by the rein. And the real contact is when the horse accepts the contact, and then when the rider in every second of his rides can control the contact. So we asked Diogo to lower the neck, to make the reins longer, to make the horse stretch. We want to see if it's possible for him. So Diogo, you go on the circle and leave the reins longer.
Alors là, on demande à rallonger les rênes gentiment pour travailler cette notion de contact justement. Il faut que la jument elle soit exactement là où le cavalier le souhaite. On demande à baisser la nuque de la jument pour le moment.
And what we see is Diogo leaves the reins longer, but the horse stays absolutely in the same rhythm. So we can clearly tell that Diogo is not controlling the horse with the contact. So he controls the horse with his seat, with the leg, and a little bit with the rein. But the rein is not the main focus that the horse is controlled by. And this is very nice. So you take your reins shorter again, Diogo, put the horse in the position we wanted. The position is that the poll is the highest point, that the vertical is on, that the nose line is at the vertical, so make her go a little bit. Now she comes a little bit behind you, make her go a little bit forward. So, and back Diogo, sit up, and make a small walk break. So, transition up, but then now we do that again. Doesn't matter, that it can happen. So prepare, not over-preparing, that's too much.
Un peu trop.
Again, Diogo, a little bit more fluent, that there's not coming such a tension in the, so it doesn't matter, that's miscommunication. So, And don't over-prepare your transition. Just let it happen. She exactly knows what to do. Don't over-prepare. She's waiting too much. So, doesn't matter. So.
C'est important.
Now you can
translate.
Je
peux traduire tout ce qui a été dit, je vais essayer. Donc on parlait de contact, ce qui était important. Là, quand la jument était ici, Eva disait attention. Donc on voit bien que le cavalier, il tient sa jument avec le bassin, avec les jambes et pas avec les rênes, pas avec le mort, puisqu'il est là avec les rênes uniquement pour jouer sur la position de la tête. L'attitude de la jument n'est pas du tout sur l'allure. Après, on a raccourci les rênes, rappelé que c'était la nuque qui devait être le point haut au niveau de l'attitude, le chanfrein pas au-delà de la verticale. On a demandé un petit peu de mouvement et dans la transition de dire attention, on ne vient pas réduire et surpréparer la jument. Diogo là, alors la jument anticipait un petit peu aussi la transition et du coup elle venait se verrouiller en dessous. Et va demander alors à recommencer, à dire à Diogo doucement, doucement, on garde le mouvement en avant même dans la transition. Is that right?
I have no clue what you said, but I think you said the right thing. And now I want to, because I'm very much into horse breeding, into breeding. We have stallions at our stable. We have one of the most famous stallion studs in Germany, and for me, breeding of horses is very important. And I know that these horses that we see here today, that they are all born here in France.
In France,
right?
yeah, that's French horses. And you are a breeder too.
Yes, I'm a breeder too. I'm a rider, I'm a breeder.
On parle d'élevage là, effectivement. Là, je vois, Eva, elle a été cavalière, elle est une grande championne, former champion right now. You are a former international dressage champion. Et une éleveuse, elle a monté ses propres chevaux à très haut niveau. Donc là, on parlait, ce sont que des chevaux français qu'on vous présente. Ils sont nés en France, ces chevaux-là.
What I want to say is that these horses, you know, like Baron and Fürstenball, they are German genes. Just saying. So I'm very proud to see all these
c'est la touche chauvine un petit peu. Eva, elle est allemande, elle dit oui, mais ce sont des origines allemandes quand même hein, qu'il y a derrière.
Yes.
Our German horse is the best dressage horses in the world.
For sure.
For sure.
Okay, Diogo, I want to start a little bit the trot work again.
Allez, on reprend le trot.
So take care for the walk. So, come. A little bit more. You know, when Diogo starts the trot, you know, we have seen that the mare was coming a little bit behind him, that she was lifting the front legs too much and not using the hind legs enough in that transition. So we always have to tell the horse, start everything from your hind leg.
Un petit peu voleuse, là, Betty Boop, sur la transition, elle part avec un joli mouvement devant, mais il n'y a pas de moteur derrière. Et donc on disait à Diogo, attention, il faut bien partir avec le mouvement depuis l'arrière, et c'est l'arrière qui porte l'avant.
Because this is the goal of training a dressage horse, that we get the weight that the horse carries on the front leg by nature is more on the hind leg. And this is what it all is about dressage training, telling the horses to sit on the hind leg, to be active on the hind leg, to make everything that we ask them to do is coming from the hind quarter.
60% of the height is on the front legs. 60% du cheval, du poids du cheval est sur les antérieurs naturellement. Et là en dressage, on demande absolument l'inverse. On demande à ce que le mouvement parte de l'arrière de façon à pouvoir alléger l'avant justement. On est d'accord, Monsieur Roudier, hein?
Well done, Diogo. Now you can show off a little bit of the potential that the horse has. Go a little bit forward. Make her go. So, what a nice shot. This is very nice. Good. And back, little quiet, Diogo, little sit on your butt, so. And keep her active, keep her active, keep her active. And this mare is very nice. Good, she always keeps the rhythm. She has a nice active hind leg, but also a very nice shoulder freedom. And that makes it so easy for her to show the ability to trot in the way we like it. Regular, but with a lot of swing and with a lot of expression.
Un joli mouvement d'épaule qui va permettre une belle expression à la jument. Toujours rappeler à Diogo, mettre un petit peu de jambes, un petit peu de rythme et en même temps se dresser, rester à sa place parce que là on l'a vu, se porter un petit peu en avant Diogo.
Good, Diogo. Very good. And now, I don't know how long it is. We still have 1 or 2 minutes.
We have time. 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes, Diogo. Okay. Show a little bit. Yes. Can we start also? Now he shows us that he already starts with leg yielding. Now we have almost November of the year, so the next level of training is in 1 or 2 months. The horse is in 1 month 6 years old, and the next level is going in the sideways. You know, Diogo shows us here like he does a little bit lateral work. He starts with leg yielding, and leg yielding means that the horse is reacting on the sideway aid of your leg. And this is also very, very basic work. Good. So, but also the horse has to understand what the rider wants. When he suddenly pushes him sideways, the first 2 days, 3 days, the horses are a little bit confused, and the rider also has to be experienced enough, has a lot of feeling to show, okay, now we go sideways instead of just forward, you know? Very good, Diogo. Keep the rhythm. Keep the rhythm. So, and also there, the rhythm is always the most important thing. Good, Diogo. And pet your horse. Good.
La jument, elle a 5 ans, mais on est début novembre, dans 2 mois, elle aura officiellement 6 ans, et c'est la prochaine étape. La prochaine étape, justement, à partir de 6 ans, on va travailler les mouvements latéraux. Jusqu'à présent, la jambe portait le cheval en avant. Là, il va falloir petit à petit arriver à dire, on a le mouvement en avant, mais aussi le mouvement latéral. C'est ce qu'on voit avec Diogo et Betty, qui sont en train de travailler gentiment, petit à petit, à venir sur cette jambe.
Thank you. Diogo, start a little bit with your canter work.
On travaille un petit peu le galop.
I think the mare is still fine. She has a lot of power and she's not tired, so good. First make her go a little bit forward on the long side, Diogo. So make her go, make her go. Always be sure that the horse is in front of your leg.
On marche large au galop.
So good. And now, from transition to 5 to 6 years old, the most important part is to develop the collection. And collection means even more weight on the hind leg, even shorter in the jumps, shorter in the steps, but every time more carrying. And we have to go there in an easy way, that the horse understands it in a positive way, that the horses don't think collection is something I cannot cope with. And the rider always has to decide what is enough, how far do I go, where is in that training phase the borderline. So Diogo always feels, how much can I collect, how much do I have to push her forward again, that she stays in front of me and that she can handle the collection. When we start the collection too early and the horse is not able to cope with it, then they go against us. So we always have to decide, how far do we go?
Alors important parce que aussi à partir de 6 ans, on va commencer à avoir ce mouvement de reprise d'équilibre où on va non plus avoir le mouvement en avant, mais aussi ce mouvement en hauteur, prendre un petit peu de rebond davantage, ce qu'on appelle to collect, c'est arriver à réduire le cheval justement entre ses mains et ses jambes, l'inverse, entre ses jambes et ses mains. Mais il faut arriver à placer le curseur au bon endroit au bon moment. Si on vient à trop reprendre d'un coup, eh bien le cheval va aller contre la main, va se bloquer. C'est surtout pas ce qu'il faut faire.
Good. And this horse is quite willing to accept everything what the rider is asking, and that means that the horse is trained in a nice way. She's trusting Diogo. She's not working against him. And he's always asking the right thing at the right time with a lot of feeling. Good.
Donc là, on est dans une belle attitude. La jument est parfaitement à l'écoute de Diogo.
So Diogo, I think we can go one more time forward. You can make one more time counter canter, because counter canter always shows us how the horse copes with the collection, if it also collect on the other rein, so if it's still in balance. Balance is also a very important keyword in the training of a young horse. the horse has to balance the movement on every line. So, good.
Balance, c'est l'équilibre du cheval qui est primordial.
A smooth transition to trot, not to walk. Trot, Diogo.
On repasse au trot.
Oh, no, we cannot finish like this. There she lost a little bit the balance. Oh, no, quiet. So. Also there, when the horse makes a little mistake, it's very important how the rider reacts. Never overreact. The horse needs to understand.
Il est important de ne pas vouloir faire trop vite dans l'effort, là, à toujours arriver à avoir la fluidité pour obtenir. On l'a vu sur la transition qui était pas bonne. Maybe we have to work until again for the transition.
That's okay. That's okay. I think that's also working here for such a long time for a young horse, concentrating for so long. She does very well. So we leave her like this. Diogo shows her how to stretch. Let the reins a little longer. Give her a very good feeling when you finish your training session. So pet her, talk to her, give her a positive reaction. Diogo, oh, that's nice. And still swinging, still nice. Very nice body language. Very nice body language. Good.
Et on retrouve la jument plus naturelle, détendue. Voilà, on fait ce qu'on appelle le stretching, effectivement, à la fin. Toujours cette attitude positive qu'il faut avoir en tête. Fin de séance, c'est vrai que ça fait 20 minutes. La jument, elle est restée concentrée. C'est un environnement qui est très particulier. Eva disait, c'est bon, on a obtenu ce qu'on voulait. On reste sur quelque chose de positif. On va la relâcher, la détendre un petit peu pour à nouveau bien garder ce petit peps pour la prochaine fois.
But there was a very good training, Diogo. I thank you very much for showing the horse in the way you did. And this is how we want to see relaxation, but still the ability to see what's in the horse and the potential. Not too slow, not too much. Very nice. Thank you, Diogo.
Merci, je pense que tout le monde a bien compris. Bravo, Betty Bouklinov, Diogo Pinto, super. Ce clinique, j'étais en train de checker. Oui, on reste avec les 5 ans. Secret Story des Paluches, cette fois-ci. Elle est inscrite au Studbook du Hanovrien. Oui, c'est une fille là de Secret, dont elle prend le nom, petite fille de Johnson, propriété de Pablo Bouillet, est présentée sous la selle de Mathilde Juglarich. Elle est vice-championne des 5 ans cette année. Cette jument, labellisée élite, forcément parmi les meilleurs au top 100 français. S'il vous plaît, là aussi, quelques applaudissements gentiment pour l'accueillir. Secret Story des Paluches. That's another mare of 5 years old.
Hello Mathilde, we never met before.
Alors elles ne se connaissent pas les filles, Eva et Mathilde, donc c'est vraiment une découverte.
So I have to make a little impression for myself, to see the horse and to see you. And when I see the breeding on the screen here, it's Secret by Johnson. And when you think of this breeding, when you haven't seen the horse, you exactly expect what you see here. And a very nice modern horse with a nice action in the hind leg and also with a nice shoulder freedom.
Alors c'est une vraie découverte, donc on va prendre quelques instants pour se découvrir, voir le cheval. Déjà une première belle impression, joli cheval, belle attitude. Nice shoulder movement. What did you say about the horse?
Yeah, I talked about the breeding genes.
Ah oui, il y avait les origines d'abord. D'abord on parlait des origines effectivement, avec ces étalons effectivement dont on parlait tout à l'heure.
It's a very nice, well-constructed horse.
Il est joli ce cheval.
The first impression is that the horse is active, but we have to improve a little bit the swing and the length of the steps. You know, the horse is active, but I want the horse to become a little bit longer in the steps.
Oui. Donc on a de l'activité, on a de l'énergie, mais on aimerait pour le moment qu'il l'étende un petit peu, justement son amplitude, qu'il arrive à aller chercher un peu plus de terrain devant, à pousser un petit peu plus derrière.
And the task of the rider in this case is to find the speed and the rhythm where the horse can develop the length of the steps, you know? Some horses we have to push a little bit more forward that they create a longer step. and some horses we have to sit very quiet and wait. So we will find out, Mathilde and I together, how to lengthen and to improve the swing in the back and the length of the steps. Now we try to go a little bit forward on the long side, Mathilde. Go a little bit and find the right speed. When we're too fast, the horse is not moving the back. It's just making quicker steps. But we want lengthening of the steps. Change the rein, Mathilde.
On va changer de main. Là, l'exercice, très clairement, hein, Eva Müller, elle dit, il va falloir vraiment travailler cette amplitude. On va chercher le truc pour arriver à changer l'amplitude du cheval. On l'a vu sur la longueur, il vient précipiter, mais il ne bouge pas son dos pour le moment.
And the horse seems to be very easy and fine in the contact. The horse is constructed from the neck in a very uphill position. If I'm sitting here like Mr. Rodier as a judge, maybe I would like to see the horse in a little longer frame. The contact needs to be long enough.
Il faut étendre un petit peu le cheval, laisser le bout du nez aller un peu plus en avant. Pour le moment, il est un peu en dessous de la main, on est d'accord? Il reste un peu enfermé.
Because why do we need a longer neck? Because we need a longer neck because the horse's neck is always in correspondence with the back of the horse. When we have a short neck, the horse cannot stretch the back muscles. So it's very important to have a safe contact where we in every phase of the training can control the length of the neck.
Là, on parle de longueur d'encolure, hein, je disais avancer le bout du nez, parce que du coup, cette encolure, elle va jouer sur le dos, les muscles du dos, et donc sur la propulsion derrière.
Try to make the reins a little longer, and the horse needs to follow these longer reins, you know, it needs to stretch into your hands. And you have to push a little bit with your seat, always ask here, longer with your neck, longer, and not giving the reins totally away. Always try to leave the reins as long as you still have contact. And you push with your driving aids, with your legs, and your seat aids into your contact. Leave your hands a little bit quiet, not moving too much around with your hands. So.
Avec des rênes, voilà, un tout petit peu plus longue. L'exercice, ça va être de garder le contact. Il ne faut pas que les rênes se détendent, il faut que le cheval suive le mouvement.
Change rein, Charlotte? No, Mathilde, sorry. Mathilde, change rein. And now we try to see how it is in the canter work. Change into canter, Mathilde.
Allez, la transition au galop, à ma droite.
Also there, safer contact, quiet hands. So, and rhythm. Come, go a little bit more forward first, little bit more forward, that the horse also there is not jumping in the air, but it's jumping forward, makes longer strikes. So, and always make sure you have a safe contact, Mathilde. Don't throw the reins away. Keep your hands a little bit more low and push. Push.
Le mouvement en avant, avance, laisse filer un tout petit peu les rênes.
That's better. Keep your hands quiet. And always, every canter strike, you start your canter new. Give the new canter 8. Sit up, be supple in your seat, and push. Come, not too far back. Go a little bit forward on the long side, a little bit. Riding sometimes is like dancing. You always have to be in the same rhythm with your horse. You know, you go forward and feel how much is positive and how much is negative. So forward. So that's a very nice uphill canter. We just want a little bit more swing. So change rein, Mathilde. What about counter canter? He's 5, right? Can you do count? Yes, she can. Good. And also there, sit quiet, your hands quiet. The horse follows your hands. So your hands have to be quiet. So quiet, good. The horse has no balance problems. It has no problems to keep the counter canter. Prepare transition to walk. Simple change, Mathilde.
Voilà, la transition, le rythme donc, toujours accompagner le cheval.
So, and make him go, go, go. Come, a little bit more in front. Follow the reins. The horse always think a little bit about the longer neck. So,
toujours vouloir le bout du nez un petit peu plus devant, un tout petit peu moins dans les mains systématiquement. Mais un bel équilibre du cheval, on l'a vu sur le contre-galop tout à l'heure, pas de problème d'équilibre dans le fonctionnement.
But what we have talked about before, different sometimes from one rein to the other, doesn't matter. This horse canters a little bit more easy on the left rein than it does on the right rein. The quality of the canter is slightly a little bit better on this rein than it was on the other rein, but this is quite normal for a young horse. But the rider has to improve that and has to have that in mind. So we see that the canter is much better there. We change back to the side that is a little bit more difficult, to make the more difficult side as good as the good rein. Change rein again, Mathilde.
Alors on va changer de main, on a vu que le galop à gauche était de meilleure qualité, peut-être un petit peu plus facile pour le cheval, et là va avoir tout l'intérêt du travail du cavalier, c'est d'arriver à équilibrer le côté facile et le côté qui l'est un peu moins. Donc le travail au galop à droite qui est un petit peu plus compliqué pour le moment pour ces sorry.
A simple change, but also here, Mathilde, it's very amazing to see how the horse is focused on you. He's very nice, he's very concentrated on you. He's acting like there's nobody around us. Very good.
Oui, c'est vrai, il est complètement
now he
focus.
gives a little tension. No, now we wait. No, wait until he relaxes. So, good, little bit. Take your time until the horse, we don't have any pressure, so he needs to relax, keep your inside leg on, and now with the inside leg, so straight into the canter, good. With the young horse, when we feel in the simple change that there is tension, we take our time. We don't need to do just 4 or 5 steps. We take the time until the horse relaxes. Good, go a little forward.
Toujours attendre que le cheval soit prêt, ce sont des jeunes chevaux, il faut prendre le temps, pas forcément vouloir aller vite à faire quelques foulées, s'il faut en faire un peu plus, on en fait un peu plus, on attend que l'attitude, le moment soit propice pour que l'exercice soit positif.
Very nice. Okay, make a transition to trot again, Mathilde. So, and think of, you make a little sitting trot.
Un peu de troisième.
Sitting trot, Charlotte? Mathilde, sitting trot.
Et Mathilde, voilà, on attend il faut que tu t'asseyes dans ta selle, on voudrait, voilà.
This is right, yeah, okay. Now, I just said before he was really relaxed, now he starts to get a little bit more excited. That can happen. What do we do as a rider? We try to get the confidence back. Mathilde is staying very quiet, so just sitting. Keep your legs on, keep your hands on, talk to your horse.
On refait descendre la pression.
What I always do, also on championships or whatever, or at home, I always talk to my horses, that makes them even a little bit more focused on you. So they listen. So talk to him.
On parle au cheval. Et on le remet en confiance. Voilà, c'est en train de revenir.
So that's good. And now we go in a circle, and now you can do rising trot again. Rising trot, good. And now we want to make the reins a little longer. So, good. And this is what I always do in the training of young horses. In between I do stretching to make sure that the horse is really willing to stretch the neck, that I really have the contact, that I can always change the contact, that the horse is waiting what to do, that the horse is focused. In the daily training, not every day the same. You have to have the system, what you have in mind, the scale of training, what we have talked about before, but you change it sometimes. You change the contact, you change the lines.
Là, on est toujours dans le même exercice depuis tout à l'heure en disant on va un petit peu plus devant, en étend un petit peu l'encolure, le bout du nez.
Then do a little walk break, Charlotte.
Et ce que disait Eva, c'est qu'au quotidien, il faut varier justement ce contact et cette attitude. Si vous figez toujours le cheval dans la même attitude, vous avez du mal après justement à venir l'en sortir.
So, and we see now he's a little bit more relaxing. And this is also important, you know, that the young horse can be for sure a little bit irritated by the atmosphere here. Yeah? We just have to find solutions to get the horse back with us. You know, that the horse, what we need for later on, needs to be a little bit more like, doesn't have to be too lazy, doesn't have to be too relaxed about everything.
Still waiting for something.
Yes, you know, but this horse is now relaxing because we can see the horse is stretching, the walk rhythm is very nice, it's not tense, it's in the right rhythm. That's good. And this is what is the task of a rider, you know. In this atmosphere, you have to give the horse the time, but also the right aids to relax.
Et il faut avoir toujours le cheval un peu attentif, à l'écoute, hein, dire la demande suivante. C'est pas l'anticiper, mais c'est attendre justement cette demande-là. Et en même temps, d'avoir cette concentration, cette attention, c'est qu'il soit suffisamment relaxé pour avoir une belle attitude.
Good, Mathilde. Let's go back into trot work.
On reprend
Sitting
le pied.
trot. So before we talked about longer strikes, longer steps, a little bit more swing in the body. Now we want to see how the horse, and we see when Mathilde changes the rhythm, she can change also the length of the steps, and that's a very good sign, you know. The horse has to have the ability for later on to do short steps, to do short strikes for collection, but it also needs to have the ability to lengthen the steps, to see that the horse is really swinging over the back. And because when a horse is using the back, it can develop a different length of the steps. So go a little bit forward on the diagonal, Mathilde.
L'exercice, ça va être de vérifier justement le fonctionnement du dos, le fait de pouvoir raccourcir un peu les foulées et après les étendre.
Little bit more forward. Sometimes you have to go over a certain point of forward to create a swing. You know, then this horse starts a little bit running, and then they suddenly starts to use the back ends to swing. So we always have to find the right points.
Voilà, vous l'avez compris mieux.
And back.
Le dos fonctionne davantage.
One time diagonal, Mathilde.
Let's
I'm
go.
talking too much, huh? Then you don't have to talk.
That's normal.
That's normal.
C'est vraiment le fonctionnement du dos. Petit à petit, dire le cheval ne doit pas se crisper et précipiter, mais justement à nouveau arriver à se détendre et on voit le dos qui a un mouvement de balance au moment de fonctionner.
So we see in this horse, you know, the way this horse, yes, good, Mathilde. Now it becomes, it's a very fleshy horse with a fleshy front leg, for sure we can see in the horse that it becomes a very nice Grand Prix horse because it has the swing and the ability to move the joints and everything. So we just have to make sure that the horse is always relaxing. Oh, very nice. And go forward again. One more time. Little changing the speed. So, and back with slow aids. Slow aids. Good, Mathilde. Very nice. Good. And now the next rider is coming in. We finish this session. Make a little bit of stretching of the reins. So.
Fin de séance, pareil, sur un moment de détente, après avoir vu le cheval, encore beaucoup de compliments sur le fonctionnement de
Still a little
celui-ci.
bit longer, and you need to have contact, Mathilde, not without contact. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Oh.
Voilà. Et toujours dire, la détente et le bout du nez vers l'avant, c'est pas lâcher les rênes et lâcher le contact, c'est avoir le mouvement des mains et du bout du nez ensemble.
Thank you, Mathilde. A very nice horse with a lot of scope for the future. Good.
Eh bien, une belle séance et encore des compliments sur ce cheval, son fonctionnement et sa cavalière que vous pouvez saluer une nouvelle fois, Mathilde Juglaré et Secret Soy de Palich. Avec, je tourne la page, cette fois-ci, un 6 ans, a 6-year-old.
Yes.
That's a gelding right now. We have only mirrors right now. That's a gelding, the first one. Cet Hongre, ça va être important là dans l'attitude. Et c'est un 6 ans, le plus expérimenté. On reprend l'échelle de progression qu'on évoquait tout à l'heure. Les 4 ans, les 5 ans, on a bien compris le mouvement en avant. Puis après, petit à petit, ce retour. Et là, on va voir ça avec Notorious. Notorious, la propriété de Julie Louis. Julien Vincent Ancel, il est 4e du championnat cette année, labellisé élite. Et vous allez, s'il vous plaît, lui offrir quelques applaudissements pour lui souhaiter la bienvenue à Lyon. Voilà.
So Julien, nice to meet you. We meet today for the first time. I haven't had you in the labor clinic. This is a 6-year-old horse. It was fourth in the championships, that's what I understand.
Yep.
You already
exactly.
said that? Yes. And again, German genes with for dance and Herzenstieb. Herzenstieb is the Trakehner, and you can obviously see the Trakehner influence in it. It's a very, very beautiful horse and a very nice type. I also see this horse now for the first time, so you listen to the first impressions that I have from the horse. It's nice, uphill constructed with a nice active, under the weight, trotting horse. You have to have the contact a little bit more consistent, Julien. Don't overstretch your body. You sit up, but you're not tense in the body, not hollow.
Alors, il y a beaucoup de choses. Ils se connaissent tous les deux, hein, puisque Julien et Eva ont travaillé ensemble déjà dans l'année. Mais elle disait, je reprends mon impression première en disant, les origines, il y a du tracteur derrière, ça se voit dans le cheval, dans le chic, dans l'attitude, dans l'énergie. Bien qu'elle connaisse le cheval, je vous l'ai dit, hein, qu'elle l'ait vu travailler dans l'année. Et puis tout de suite, elle disait, Julien, attention, là cette fois-ci c'est pas le cheval, c'est toi qui dois pas te raidir. Tu dois avoir de l'activité dans ton haut du corps, mais tu dois pas te durcir.
Yes, we will start a little bit with the trot work. This horse is six years old now. Julien is starting with the shoulder in, with the half past. This is very nice, Julien. Try to keep it when you start the half past, make sure you're going back in the same way to the track, that the horse is regular in the movement. So, and it keeps the rhythm is again the key word, the rhythm. When you go in the shoulder in now, right shoulder in, we want the shoulder away from the truck. So, keep it regular, one step like the other. So, sit to the inside, don't overstretch your upper body. So sit relaxed, because the horse just can be relaxed when you as a rider are also relaxed in your position. So shoulders low, shoulders a little bit more loose. So and swing. So, good. Don't overstretch in your body.
Il y a plein de choses, il y a l'attitude du cheval, pas trop tendu dans la tête. Si je fais vraiment dans le vulgaire en disant attention à pas trop plier quand même dans l'attitude, je travaille au niveau des épaules. Et en même temps, à nouveau dans le travail du haut du corps du cavalier, tout à l'heure on disait ne te rigidifie pas, pense à tes épaules là, pense à tes épaules, ne passe pas devant.
And sit to the inside, have a little bit more weight on the inside stirrup, Julien. Reins shorter a little bit, and your hands in a more quiet position. Come. And now you push a little bit, push a little bit, push a little bit, that you keep the same swing in the half pass than you have on a straight line. And your hands in a proper position, Julien. So, come.
Alors, des rênes un tout petit peu plus courtes et des mains qui bougent un peu moins. Contrairement aux filles juste avant, là, un tout petit peu plus court dans les rênes et des mains un peu plus fixes.
And when you feel that then in the turns your horse gets behind your leg aids, you push a little bit. Say, hello, we go forward. You stay in front of me. So she's not, it's a he, right?
It's a he.
He's not getting behind me. A little bit more forward, come. It's always forward, sideways. When you start with the sideways, make sure that the horse keeps the same swing in the sideways that you have in the straight line. So
et là, vous l'entendez dans l'intonation d'Eva, hein, de dire, allez, du mouvement, on garde les jambes en dessous, on met le cheval en avant vraiment.
And keep your hands a little bit more low and quiet, Julia. Sit on your inside stirrup. Don't tilt your body to the outside. So, and also there, take care with the reins. So, good. Voilà. So we see compared to the other horses that the horses develop in education and more leveled up. So we change the rein now, Julien. Go a little bit forward. No, come. Keep him in front of you. Keep him in front of you. Get a little forward. So.
Allez, allez, allez.
Come. So. Now we speak German. Come. So. Good. And you can also do it in sitting trot, Julien. He's 6 years old. Sitting trot.
Voilà, et voilà, c'est bon. Plus de 3 anglais à 6
Next
ans.
side, we go forward again. Forward, come. So, come. That is always important, that we can make the horse go forward and it reacts forward. So, okay, that was the trot work. Now we make a small walk break. Look at the rhythm in the walk break.
Alors, on a vu plus de mouvements en avant, plus d'amplitude et surtout, là, on peut aller plus vite dans la demande. Pour les 6 ans, c'est dire, autant que 4-5 ans, on a le temps, on prend. Là, 6 ans, il faut que ce soit la demande action, réaction tout de suite. Un peu plus d'amplitude et on reprend. Et on joue toujours.
What we can see here is that the quality of the walk is good, that the relaxation is good, the horse stretches into the rider's hand, it's relaxing, it's over-tracking, good. The quality work is very nice.
Bon, super pas, vous l'avez entendu, une belle qualité, un bon rythme, une belle amplitude.
And now, Julien, we start the canter work. Go in a circle, transition to canter.
La transition au galop, sur le cercle,
Raise
à la
it a
gauche.
little shorter without changing the rhythm.
Et attention à ne pas changer le rythme, même au moment de la transition.
And then go into the canter. Oh, good. Now we first want to get an impression of the canter. So the rhythm is fine, the contact is fine. So we go a little forward, backward to see how the horse is listening to you. So.
Donc là, les premières impressions au galop, ok, bonne transition, belle attitude, bon rythme. Il faut aller chercher, on est sur un 6 ans, on va essayer d'allonger, chercher un petit peu de terrain et revenir, on va jouer à nouveau avec cette ligne de dessus, ce dos.
And what we can see is that one canter strike is like the other, you know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, that's very nice. That's a very nice practical canter where we can develop collection and where we can develop also the carrying of the hind way. So, and when we have a big canter, too big canter, then it takes a long time until the horse, that doesn't matter. So, good, until the horse understands what to do. So we go forward again, change the rein then, take care that he's not getting behind you, Julien. Forward, come, forward. So forward, backward. Change the rein.
On change de main, toujours l'exercice, se porter en avant, revenir. Comme tout à l'heure pour les mouvements latéraux, il faut que les chevals comprennent petit à petit ce qu'on lui demande au moment où on lui dit il faut reprendre mais pas faire la transition descendante, c'est vraiment garder le galop.
That was a clear flying change. For me it was a little bit too much forward, Julien. Huh? It's a collected lesson, not a medium canter lesson. Go forward again. In the work, so
tous les exercices,
forward,
le changement de pied, un tout petit peu trop dans le mouvement en avant pour le coup. On aurait préféré revenir un petit peu pour rééquilibrer sur le changement de pied.
And have your hands a little bit more low because the horse tries to be a little bit short in the neck, and when you have your hands too high, then you even pull the hands, the neck higher. Have your hands low together. So, and change rein again. I want to see the change to the other side.
On va rechanger de pied, changer de main. Attention à nouveau à la position des mains, bien les garder plus jointes, plus discrètes.
Hands low. So, very nice. That's a beautiful canter. Good. Change rein, Julien. Try to make a flying change to the left side.
Changement de pied.
So, and regular in the contact. Regular. So, good. Very well. And that's always a big goal in the training of a dressage horses. There are some riders who can train flying changes in a very nice and easy way, and some riders have not the experience, let's say, to train a horse flying changes. And when there are things happening in this phase of training of the flying changes and the rider is doing a very big mistake, then it's a lot of work to get the flying change quality back. But this horse is willing and ready to do flying changes in a very nice way.
Le changement de pied au galop en l'air, comme ça, il y a la qualité du cheval, mais il y a aussi le travail du cavalier. Il y a des cavaliers qui arrivent à sentir justement dans la formation, mettre en place le bon moment, la bonne attitude pour changer de pied. Et il y a des cavaliers qui qui n'ont pas justement cette sensibilité, pas suffisamment. Et Eva disait c'est difficile quand on l'a pas ou quand le travail a mal été appris au cheval de revenir derrière pour avoir l'attitude exacte pour ce changement. Et là c'est parfait en tout cas.
And also this horse is becoming in a short term 1 year older, and that means we have to show more difficulty things than in the 6 years old class. One thing on the level of the 7 years old is the half periods. And this is what Julien shows us, that he's already working on this. So he wants to improve the canter, to improve the collection, to improve the willingness of the horse to collect the weight on the hind leg. And when we think of period canter, we want to have the horse maximum sit in the canter. So, do you see how the horse is lowering now his hind leg? So, good, Julien. Regular, very good. This is good. And not too long, and then we go slightly out again. We go carefully a little bit forward, a little bit forward. And the horse will see how the horse is willing to take the weight on the hind leg. Very nice. Good.
Alors important, à 7 ans, on va commencer aussi à parler des demi-pirouettes avant de faire les pirouettes complètes. Et pour faire une demi-pirouette, on va avoir besoin d'asseoir encore un peu plus le cheval, de venir raccourcir encore le galop, de mettre davantage de poids sur les hanches et les postérieurs. C'est ce que faisait Julien avec Notorious à l'instant. Et en même temps, arrive à conserver le mouvement en avant.
For sure. Okay, and then we change the rein again. Good, Julien.
On change de main.
And also there, it's the rider's task to feel how much collection can I ask, how much is too much and how less is too less. So that can happen. Do that flying change again, Julien. There was, we say, one late behind, so he was changing first on the hind leg and then on the front leg.
Et un changement de pied en 2 temps, là en l'occurrence. On a vu les antérieurs puis les postérieurs changer. On va recommencer.
So a little bit more collect, and make the change again. So lower, both reins, and flying change. Okay?
Voilà.
Then we start again a little bit with the pirouette canter to that side.
On va recommencer à travailler.
Hands low, Julien, hands low. So, and you sit. So, outside leg turns the shoulder, the outside rein, outside leg. We think of flexion, but the outside is controlling. Inside, now we see it's too much, okay? We go out again. So the horse tries very hard, and we have to keep that, you know? We have to make the horse feeling it can. When it sometimes feels out, it cannot because we ask too much. We go one step back.
Il faut toujours flirter avec la limite. C'est demander, mais ne pas avoir de rupture. Attention aussi à la flexion et toujours contrôler avec la reine extérieure.
And go forward on the long side again. So hands low, Julien. Hands low. Lower your hands. Good.
On avance. Okay. Tout est bon.
And keep your horse straight. When you finish your line at the long side, you think of shoulder in when you do the transition to collected canter. With your outside rein, keep the shoulder in, keep the horse straight, because we want the inside hind leg to carry. So, straight, good.
Toujours attention à garder ce qu'on appelle le couloir entre les deux reines. Attention à cette reine droite.
So, and now we first want nice collected shot. That's too much forward for collected shot, Julien. Ask for a little bit more, sit on the hind leg, slower in the rhythm, but active, but collected. The horse needs to carry on the hind leg. So that's a nice collected shot. So, transition to walk.
Et la transition au pas. Là sur le trot, un tout petit peu trop en avant, un tout petit peu trop fuyant. Et il va maintenant demander à Julien de se rasseoir, de se redresser, de redresser son cheval un petit peu. On est sur un cheval de 6 ans maintenant. Tout à l'heure, on demandait au cheval d'aller un petit peu en avant, un petit peu plus bas, un petit peu plus étendu. Là, il faut avoir le mouvement, mais en même temps, avoir cette, ce qu'on a la collection, arriver à se redresser un petit peu plus d'équilibre.
No. That was very nice demonstration of the work from 6 to 7 years old, Julien. You can finish your work now by starting a little bit with the long reins and the trot, and then we're fine. Thank you. You're in a good way, huh? You just have to keep your straightness in the horse and always the fine line between too much collection and the ability to collect, yeah?
C'est bien, on fait le message à 4,
So
on va y arriver. Arriver à garder le cheval donc bien dans le couloir des aides, attention donc à pas trop avoir la main, c'était la main droite hein, généralement qui était problématique et attention à toujours trouver ce curseur en disant on vient reprendre le cheval, on le reprend mais pas trop pour pouvoir repartir derrière.
And now at the end of this master clinic, a little conclusion from my side. We have seen 4 very nice talented young horses, all born in France. And I think that's a very nice thing to see also for the French breeders, also when there are German genes involved. But to see so nice horses here born in France, and I know that the dressage is not as big as the show jumping here in France, I see a clear development in the right direction. This is very nice to see.
Sky rising the last 2 years, and we have French stallions in a few years for breeding. Eva Müller qui disait on a eu 4 vrais beaux chevaux ici, nés en France, mais avec une génétique étrangère, hein, effectivement allemande précisément, elle y tient quand même cette notion de savoir-faire allemand pour le moment dans la discipline du dressage au niveau de l'élevage, mais qui sait dans quelques années, eh bien peut-être qu'on aura justement aussi de bons chevaux français avec des parents français aussi nés en France. Eh bien, merci pour ces impressions. Thank you very much.
I thank you.
Et je pense que vous allez pouvoir lui offrir vraiment une ovation, notre grande championne Eva Müller qui a accepté de se prêter au jeu de cette clinique de la Société hippique française.